Welcome, Royals, to Melanin Magic 2021, powered by Unique Women's Coalition. I am your host, the Queen herself, Queen Shannon, Office Coordinator and COVID-19 Peer Navigator. And today's topic entails COVID education, the uh, recap of the pandemic, vaccine awareness, and an exclusive chat with a COVID survivor. Yes. So let's get into some things. Peer Navigator, my cup is ready for some tea. Fill her up with some of that data. And please don't forget to share this live. Start a watch party. Everyone needs to know about COVID awareness. Take it away, Peer Navigator. It's your girl, Peer Navigator, and I got some tea. Child, bringing you the latest COVID data. So get this tea. It's been a year since Rona hit, and she dismantled the world playing no games, causing us to lose family and friends. Let us remember those we lost during the pandemic. But let's get into some facts. 3.6 million cases to date in California. Over 57 million tested. Over 57 million tests performed in California. The CDC study shows as of 2021 February, LGBTQ plus community with underlying conditions have been devastated by the pandemic. Equality California, along with several other organizations like UWC, have worked to keep community connected to resources during the pandemic. And that's some of the facts. Yes, Peer Navigator, that was tea. It was the 25 million vaccinated for me. Folks is tired and they're ready to get back to our normal life. I miss hugging, socializing. To be honest, child, I ain't even had no trade since Rona. I'm not gonna even lie to you, but I'm not vaccinated yet. And I don't play no games. Shout out to the 25 million vaccinated Californians who have helped to stop the spread. Speaking of vaccines, Peer Navigator, can you pour a little more tea in my cup about vaccines? It's the awareness and the data for me. Come on. You know, Peer Navigator got the scoop, and I was researching and found some of these vaccine facts. COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. Side effects are normal. You may grow a tail and some ears, but after 2 weeks, you develop immunity against the virus. COVID-19 vaccines are widely accessible. Anyone 16 and older can now get a vaccine. COVID-19 vaccine teaches our immune system how to recognize and fight the virus that causes COVID-19. And this is the most important fact to me. These vaccines cannot give you COVID-19. To stay current on the latest COVID-19 news, always visit www.cdc.gov. Back to you, Queen. Wait, did y'all catch that? Miss Peer Navigator said you might grow a tail and some ears, child, that sent me. But in all seriousness, she was totally joking. The vaccine is pretty much available to anyone. Anyone. I was in Louisiana Chicken and the lady rung me up. She said, number 6 with or without a vaccine. Just kidding. This is strictly for entertainment purposes. But that's how available vaccines are now. That's how available vaccines are now. So it's no excuse, even for me. I believe the more people vaccinated, the sooner we can get back to living normal. Because I'm mad when I get out the car, walk all the way up to the store door, and it's a big sign that says mask required to enter the door. And I got to turn all the way back around because I forgot my mask. I'll be over it. But let's continue to practice safe protocols. If you have any questions, Please ask them in the chat, and the tech team will post your questions on the screen. Woo! I ain't gonna even hold you, but let's get into this special guest. She is no stranger to community. She has worked with UWC and she was my first community supervisor. She is now the intake coordinator at St. John's. I welcome Queen Latrice. Ooh.
I'm in the show. All right.
Yes,
I'm in the
welcome,
show. And my
Queen.
shirt shows,
I
honey.
miss you so
I
much.
miss you right back. I really do. I miss you so much.
You look
So good to see you.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you as well.
So, Queen Latrice is a COVID survivor and the first person close to me to have caught COVID.
Okay.
Queen, during the first couple of days being quarantined with COVID-19, how are you feeling?
Oh, I was actually feeling pretty accomplished because I think I caught it around Christmas time, and I had plans to go see my family that live in California, that live away from me, and so I was a little bit like, okay, I'm not feeling well. I need to get tested, so let's just cut the festivities and
Yes,
and then they stay at home. So I was really thankful to be able to do that. I have two family members that are nurses, and so they taught me kind of how to be a good patient. So it's not easy, to listen to what's suggested and to take heed and to. I was pretty scared, I was scared to kind of go outside of my house. I was scared to touch anything. I was scared to get anybody else infected. I was pretty terrified. That thank God I had food in the freezer, and and Netflix and things like that, and but yeah, I was able to kind of get through it those first, few days, and fortunately, I didn't catch too heavy of a strand, so I didn't
awesome.
ultimately die from it.
Yes. So, what were some of the things you did to protect yourselves and others during your quarantine?
Like I said, I stayed home, girl.
Okay.
I stayed. I listened to what they said to do. Don't go outside of your house, you know. And I was like, I took it seriously, So I did report my coworkers. I did as soon as I had got it, the word that I had got it, I had reported it to my coworkers and things like that. I was like, look, I caught it. Do what you got to do. Break wide. And that's all you can. That's all you can say. And that's what sitting there like, okay, good looking out. Let me go check. This and that. And so it just so happened. I think a couple of the coworkers, possibly had gotten it too. So it was pretty that. Yeah.
Definitely. And Queen Latrice works in healthcare, so she is definitely a frontline worker, front line, back line, sideline, all
Yeah.
lines.
Uh
So
huh.
what was life like after overcoming COVID?
Uh, After overcoming COVID, life definitely I got grateful. I gained a lot of gratitude for, you know, being able to get paid for the fact that, I had caught it and I didn't have to miss any work or miss any pay. I was grateful that I didn't, seeing the other people that had caught it and, seeing how many deaths that are out there, even in our own community is the Black trans community, and having people very close to us, pass away.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really um, gained a lot of gratitude and like respect for you know the what's going on and what's happening and in the world, and trying to kind of just go with it and make it and survive through it and do the best I can
absolutely.
to live through it.
Yes, yes, definitely. And also rest in peace to those community members that we lost during COVID. We
Absolutely.
definitely lost some community members, Lady Red, to name one. but we definitely lost some community members. And with that being said, are you vaccinated?
I am. I'm vaccinated.
Yes.
I got that. So I guess the CDC guidelines. I guess 10 days after you have gotten COVID, you are, as long as you're COVID symptom free, you can get vaccinated. So it was around, I would say, the middle of January when I ended up getting vaccinated. Took
Okay.
the Moderna vaccine, which is one of two. I got vaccinated. I probably would have, like, I think some of the majority who I've spoken to would have waited. But I had to make a decision, because of the career where I work. I didn't
Absolutely.
have the luxury of waiting and to say, I'll wait and see, kind of what kinks are in it. So I didn't have the luxury. Um, and so I had to make the decision to go ahead and do it and trust the process. So I did get vaccinated, and I had little side effects from from the first one, feeling kind of some similar symptoms when I caught COVID.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, and then but other than that, like the next day, everything was fine, and then I got my second dose a month later, and same kind of symptoms. That 24 hours later, it was like nothing. And yeah, ever since then, everything's been great. I haven't had any complications or um, anything. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. You look beautiful. You look absolutely beautiful. You look like you did when I last saw you.
Thank you.
Sun-kissed and
Okay.
curly too.
Hey, the light's catching me real good tonight, so that's good. That's a blessing, honey.
Yes, yes. So my last question for you is, what advice would you offer to a community member who is on the fence about being vaccinated?
uh, who's on the fence? Like, I think that it's okay to be on the fence. I think it's okay to question government and societies and principles and principalities and things that come down the
Absolutely.
pipeline, and it's okay to do that. I think that that's definitely where you're going to find your answer about some things. And then so for myself, it's like I had to find that balance of somewhere like trusting my faith about
Absolutely.
God and having my back and making the times are new. Like how I came to that, it was like times are like this is a new disease, right? This is not something that's old. This is something new that came up, so it has to have a new solution, right? So the new
Definitely.
solution for right at this moment, I have faith is the vaccines. you know, that's the only kind of solution we have right now. And ow,
Definitely.
ow, I had a little cat who was trying to kill me. Honey.
Oh, look at that
Okay,
little baby.
see everything and everything. His name
Oh,
is Chris Cat, and he's an S, honey. And he's everything, honey. And he wanted to be a part of the stream, honey. Oh, he wanted to be a
oh,
part of
mommy's
Melanin
new
Magic.
joy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I had to become to a place where I trusted, my faith kind of played into play. Like, okay, and then, again, that could also play in the other way. I have faith that I won't get it because if I don't take the vaccine, and that works whatever way, that empowers you as a person, and it empowers me and it fuels me as a person to, trust my faith on that, this new vaccine is there to help me. Yes, I do have doubts and I do have concerns about government and all those types of branches and levels of. However, I can get this vaccine and not fully trust the government still. Does it that's not saying that, just because I get the vaccine, oh yeah, I trust the government. I'm just saying I
Right.
trust, this initial, process. But yeah,
Absolutely.
I think, like I said, it's your own decision, and choose wisely.
Definitely.
I've had many.
Research it.
Ow, I've had many.
Research it.
Go ahead, Hen. Go ahead.
No, I was telling community to research it. If you don't know about it, it's always good to research something. That's how I find comfortability and stuff. I research it until I can't research it no more, and then my discernment tell me, okay, this is for you.
Yeah.
You can do it. Absolutely. I believe we had a question from the audience.
Mhm.
It popped up, but how important is for our nonprofit workers to get vaccinated?
Oh wow, it's super important. I think that
Absolutely.
absolutely we should all be vaccinated. I'm pro vaccination, and it's super important. To be able to be prepared to face the world on this new playing field. And like I said, I think the vaccination is the only solution right now that we have, and it's the best solution we have. And it's a good solution. So it's definitely worked for me, and I know a lot of my community. So absolutely, I think it's important to for all nonprofit workers to get be able to get vaccinated. And I know um, that you can do that through St. John's, and so
Hmm.
Queen Shannon is going to have the information on how to do that to get vaccinated.
Absolutely. So you were basically saying really quick, St. John's is now offering vaccines around the clock to their clients. I'm sorry, to patients of St. John's.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know that around the clock, but definitely, normal business hours, Monday through Saturday. If you're a patient of St. John's, you can absolutely get the vaccine. You have the option to get vaccinated on your visit, or you can make an appointment to get vaccinated.
And St. John's Well Child Center is the premier, I call it the premier facility for trans and non-conforming community because they have everything under that building. So I
Absolutely.
call it the premier place.
Absolutely. That's a great name. I like that. The premier
Yes,
place.
yes.
I like that.
Well, thank you so much, Queen, for this amazing interview. It was so informative. I thank you so much. Like the screen said, thank you for sharing, Queen Latrice. And she
Thank
even
you.
brought out the UWC t-shirt.
Okay.
Period.
That's
Period.
right. No, thank you for having me. I really appreciate you reaching out to me. I think this is a great topic and a great, kind of starting point for our community to start having conversations about, I love you too, what we like and what we don't like and what we want and what our fears are and what our judgments
Absolutely.
are and what our reservations are, and start to really understand, what we want as a community, and start moving
Absolutely.
collectively towards that. So this is a good starting point. I really appreciate being able to be at the starting point.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you.
Oh,
To everyone out there that participated, that joined in, that had questions, thank you. If you shared it, thank you so much. As I stated before, I am your host, Queen Me, Queen Shannon, Peer Navigator. To get connected with resources, check us out at www.theuwc.org or our official Facebook and Instagram, The UWC Official. Be safe and remember, it's free to spread love. See you in 2 weeks. And thanks to my tech support for the amazing background magic. As always, it's Melanin Magic. Have a great Tuesday evening.